Welcome back. 2021 is about to end in the next 3 months, and that means there is another cycle of WhatsApp ending some support for certain Android smartphones and iPhones. And worry is now mounting as ordinary consumers are not certain how they will be affected and which phones are to be excluded once these changes kick in. The Facebook-owned platform announced recently that it is ending support for smartphones running older versions of iOS and Android. So now that we are less than a month away, what does it mean for you? Tech experts believe that if you are using a phone that was released in the last 5 years, it's highly unlikely that you will be affected by the change. But for those still hanging on to their trusty old iPhone or Samsung Galaxy from back in the day, it might be time for an upgrade. To help us get a layman's guide of these changes, we are now joined via Zoom by technology journalist Jan Vermeulen, who is editor-at-large at tech publication My Broadband. Jan, a very good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us, and warm welcome to the Globe.
Thank you. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's an absolute pleasure having you join us this evening. First of all, Jan, for some people, it still doesn't make sense. I mean, would you break this in layman terms, what it all means?
Sure thing. So what's happening is that for a variety of reasons, mainly because the software is just very old, Facebook has decided that WhatsApp will no longer support very, very old versions of operating system software. So if you are using a Samsung Galaxy phone or another similar phone, it's probably running an operating system by Google called Android. If you're running an iPhone, it's running an operating system called iOS. And Facebook has decided to stop supporting very old versions of those operating systems.
So basically what it means is that if I'm using a phone that is older than 5 years, it means I won't have access to WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, or any other applications that are linked to WhatsApp.
Much older than that. So let's put this in perspective. So the Android version they're talking about here is Android 4.0.4. Now let's break what that means exactly. That means that the old Samsung Galaxy S2 will no longer be able to use WhatsApp, basically. And it's not like it'll suddenly stop working. It'll just mean that, the next time an update for WhatsApp rolls out, it might break on that very old phone. Now, the Samsung Galaxy S2 was released in 2011. So it's an extremely old phone. We're talking phones that are 10 years old. And on the iPhone side of things, this isn't new. They announced this earlier this year. But if you have an iPhone 5 or newer, then you can actually upgrade to the version of iOS 10, and keep using WhatsApp. WhatsApp supports iOS 10 and up. So in simple terms, as long as you have a phone that is younger than 10 years old, you should be fine. If you want to double check, then you can go on your phone and just see whether you're running, the versions of the operating system that WhatsApp will continue supporting. That's just so people know. Android 4.0. That's Android 4.1 or newer, and iOS 10 or newer, and then you're fine.
Yeah, it leads to my next question. How do people go about doing that? Is there a mechanism for people to check using their phones whether they will be affected or not?
Sure thing. So the simplest thing to do is you go into, I've got my phone here with me just to double check that I'm telling you the right thing, but you just go into your settings app, you find the part that says About, and then it'll tell you in there under software information, it'll say Android version. You probably can't see on my camera right now. I don't know if it's going to focus, but there's a thing that says Android version, and as long as that says 4.1 or higher, you're good. So 4.1, 5, 6, 7, anything like that, and you'll be fine.
What if I'm using my PC or my computer to access WhatsApp? Would I still be affected by those changes?
Yes. So WhatsApp still requires you to have a phone connected to the PC app. So that means that for you to use WhatsApp, your PC needs to be linked to your phone, and everything runs through your phone for now. They might change that in the near future, but for now, everything runs through your phone. So yes, if your phone is 10 years old, 9 or 10 years old, then you will still be affected by that.
Can the closed accounts be re-enabled with the same number?
Sorry, I don't think I understand your question. You're talking about accounts that have been banned.
Yes, accounts that have been banned, precisely.
Yes, so there are ways to appeal bans if you feel that you've been wrongfully banned. There's a new feature being rolled out in WhatsApp soon, hopefully, that will allow you to appeal the ban from within the app itself. But there is a process on the WhatsApp website to allow folks to appeal bans. But if you've been using some of these third-party apps like GB WhatsApp and so on, and you've been banned, then you might not get your account back.
So if then I decide to get a new phone and port, or rather transfer all my data onto that particular new phone, so what do I need to do in order to ensure that I still keep my WhatsApp account and under the same phone number?
Yeah, okay, cool. So it differs whether you're on an Android or an iPhone. I'm going to focus on Android because I think most viewers will be running Android. Basically what you've got to do is you have to enable cloud backups. So you'll go to WhatsApp and you will go into the settings of WhatsApp, and then you are going to want to go to storage and data. And you're gonna, sorry, that's the wrong thing. You're gonna want to go into your settings. I think it's chats. Yes, there we go. You go into chats, and then you go on chat backup, and then you enable cloud backups. That's going to be the easiest way to do it. That comes with some security trade-offs, so do go read up about it if you are considering this. Then the bottom line is you back up all of your WhatsApp chats to the Google Cloud. If you're an Android, if you're an iPhone, you'll be backing it up to iCloud. That'll include all your photos and videos that were sent to that WhatsApp number as well. So you back it up to the Google Cloud or iCloud, and then on the other phone, when you reinstall WhatsApp and use the same number to connect that phone to WhatsApp, you'll have the option to download all of your messages from the Google Cloud or from iCloud. That's the easy way to do it. There's a much harder way where you manually copy the files from phone to phone. Nowadays as well, if you're upgrading to a modern iPhone or a modern Android phone, whether it's a Samsung or another brand of iPhone, or another brand of Android phone, they usually come with some kind of migration software built in, and that might actually migrate all of your WhatsApp stuff over for you automatically. But if you want to be 100% sure that you don't lose your WhatsApps, I would recommend the cloud backups.
All right, and whatever happens, Jan, we certainly hope that WhatsApp users will still be able to enjoy that end-to-end encryption for maximum and optimal privacy. Jan Vermeulen, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure. Have a great evening.
All right, you too. Thank you. That was Jan Vermeulen. He is an editor-at-large at tech publication My Broadband. This is The Globe on SABC News. So let's take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment.